Losing weight can be so complicated. We overthink it, right? From countless gym hours to counting calories to being in a deficit to having to choose which foods to eat and when. So we brought in our girl, Brady Godfrey, to have a little real talk and kind of break it all down. Brady is a holistic nutritionist, but I like it because she keeps things real.
Yeah, we try to be as simple as possible.
Keeping it real with Brady Godfrey.
And
right?
Overcomplicated world
like
that
it.
we live in.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's talking about GLP-1s.
Yeah.
Everybody you know seems to be taking them, and this seems to be a normal part of life. And you said it can be helpful for some people, but it could also be bad for some people.
Yeah, I think there's always can be two truths in one issue. And working with women that have been on these medicines, that can be life-changing, it can be awesome, and then it can also be devastating and completely overrated for certain people as well. So it's really important to, one, talk to your doctor, and two, make sure that you're working with someone while you're on these medications if you do. I have some non-negotiables for my clients who are on them, and those are, you got to get your protein in, 100 grams. You got to get your fiber in from all your whole foods, your fruit, your vegetables, all that kind of good stuff. And you got to strength train. So at least 3 days a week. So so if you're going to do them, then you got to do it in the right way. There's so many people that are on these medicines that are doing it the right way, doing all the things with it, and then there's a large population who are just taking it and just.
Because they see the instant weight loss and they're like, this is great. But what happens when you lose weight? You also probably lose muscle first.
You lose the muscle a lot if you're not doing those things that we mentioned. So, and also I think you're seeing it so much on social media. People are getting it from like telehealth companies, not working with their physicians, which is not what this medicine was made for. And then you're seeing it, I'm seeing it with my younger girls seeing it.
No.
So it's just hard, and we've now switched to like this epidemic of like competition, who can get the skinniest, and not just, you have to remember, like, I'm all about the long game, healthy. So if there's something that helps you get healthier while, if it gives you a tool in your toolbox where you're trying to get these other things designed, and a lot of people genetically just need them if they have high blood pressure.
Yeah.
Also, if you're managing disease management, that's what they were made for. So, this is the GLP-1s is a complex issue that I always say, it depends. It depends. You got to look at the person. But I do think a lot of people, now that it's been out there so much, and I've got like face-to-face data with people I've worked with and friends and family and all that stuff, a lot of people who are on them just are not eating what they should, is what I'm finding.
So we got some questions and we want some answers to. Well, I want to start with the tracking, because you kind of led to that. Should I be counting? Should I be tracking what I'm eating? Like, how do I monitor all this?
So, there's a lot of people who are like, I hate tracking, don't even start me on it. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. We don't have to. You do not have to track, first of all, at all. But I do find it extremely helpful to track for a couple weeks, just to see your intake, to see what a lot of times, guys, we eat mindlessly. We throw things in. We don't even know. And for my women too, it's like, how much fiber are you getting every day? Well, they don't know. How much protein are we getting? We don't know.
I guarantee you think you're getting more protein than you really are.
You really are. So tracking for me, it's just kind of a non-negotiable for me personally. I have to. Even after doing this for a gazillion years, I still track, because I still want to know. Now, I can pretty much know exactly what I'm eating now.
But you're right, the mindless food where you just grab that one thing, grab this one
thing.
As
you're cooking,
and that's like 1,000 calories.
As you're cooking, you're eating.
All the stuff. And for my women who come to me and they're struggling with specific things, it's hard to help them create goals when I have no idea what's going on after they leave me.
Right. Okay. So we put up the stuff about the GLP-1s, and I want to put up again, you have some non-negotiables.
Yes.
So once we see these, and that will kind of lead into the others. So if you're doing, the GLP-3 ones, you've got to make sure that, one, I like that, to find a goal weight that you can maintain.
Yes, that you can maintain, because what I'm seeing is a lot of people are like, I'll just go a little bit further. I'll just go a little bit further. And genetically, they really were never supposed to be that small. Like, don't go for a weight that you've never ever even seen before, or that if even without the medicine, that you would be like, it would be really difficult to maintain. So that's a good recommendation. Find something that you can be happy with. That's a good spot for you, and not just crazy extreme.
Okay, let's talk about the people that are like, all right, I don't want to do the GLP ones. How do I lose weight, girl?
Okay, so it goes back. People are like, how to calorie deficit. you know, but within we're not going to do like the 80s calorie deficit when you're just like whatever, or the
so no 500 a day. Brady and I did that when we were trying to lose weight after babies. So
500 calories a day is crazy.
Yes.
But you know, and you can sink it really low, but that's not going to be able to, like, some people can do it for 2 or 3 weeks, fine, but that's not going to be sustainable. So a calorie deficit, finding it, a good way to do it, I always say 12 times like your desired weight. It's an easy way to start, and then when you track, you kind of see it. Like, my calorie deficit might be different than yours. I'm taller, so you know, you kind of have to play around with it and see where you're at, and it does take some investigating, but I always say, like, are you worth investigating? We investigate stuff on Instagram all the time, but is your body worth investigating? So, and
a calorie deficit for people is just basically putting out more than you're taking in. So you're working out a lot.
Yes, you're either doing it through exercise or you're limiting your food.
Limiting the food.
Yeah.
I find it better if you're taking a little bit of both, would be a perfect world. So you're not having to restrict so much nutrition, and then, you know, you're walking, you're exercising.
And it's easy. As we wrap up too, it's one of those things like, you know, maybe this week this is what you track. You're doing 2,000 calories a day. Okay. Next week you want to go in the deficit. Why don't we try 1,700? That's just taking 300 out. I mean, that could be a couple pieces of cheese, or
and
you
that's
know,
what
like
I
a
work
random
with my women
snack.
on. I'm just altering a little bit, and I'm really a big advocate of adding in more food. Like, I'm going to add in the really good stuff, and and then you're not going to be as hungry. Because a big thing on a deficit is people are hungry
and hangry.
I get angry when I'm hungry. So I'm big on like eating a lot of quantity, but a lot of quality.
See, Brady, you're so good. This is what her new podcast is all about.
Yeah, we go a little deeper on the one. I just released it today, so if you want more of just my opinions and suggestions and habit building, check it out today.
Yes, we'd love it. The Reset Method to BradyGodfrey.com is where you can find all of the things. Thanks, girl.
Thanks, Brady.
Love having you on.
Appreciate it.